Claire Morgan here, and I want to have a real conversation with you today. Not the kind where I throw a bunch of tips at you and send you on your way. I mean a genuine, honest conversation about something that most people get completely wrong when it comes to attraction. So settle in, because what I am about to share with you changed the way I see men, and I truly believe it is going to change the way you see yourself. Here is the truth. Women are not as complicated as the world makes us out to be. We are not sitting around making secret lists or playing games. We feel things deeply, and those feelings come from a place that is much older and much more real than anything you see on social media or in the movies. When a woman feels drawn to a man, it is not because of his car or his bank account or the way his hair looks. It goes so much deeper than that. And once you understand what is actually happening inside her heart, everything starts to make sense. I want you to picture a triangle. 3 layers, each one building on top of the other. This triangle represents the way a woman experiences a man, and when all 3 layers are strong and solid, she feels something she cannot even put into words. It is like a pull from somewhere deep inside her that just says, yes, this is him. The foundation of that triangle, the big, heavy base that holds everything else up, is safety. Now, before you roll your eyes and think this is something basic, hear me out. Safety is not just about being physically strong, although that is part of it. It is about a woman being able to look at you and feel like she can breathe, like she can finally put down the weight she has been carrying. When a man takes care of his body, when he pushes himself, when he gets up every single day and chooses to be better than he was yesterday, a woman sees that. She feels it. Your body tells a story, and that story is either telling her she can relax or telling her she needs to stay on guard. The beautiful thing is that this has nothing to do with being perfect. It has everything to do with effort. A man who is genuinely trying, who is showing up for himself every day, is one of the most attractive things a woman can witness. Now, as we move up the triangle, we reach something I like to call your place in the world. This is your status, your skills, the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are good at something. Here is what I want you to understand, though. This is not about being famous or being the richest person in the room. It is about trust. When the people around you respect you, when your word means something, when you carry yourself like a man who has figured out at least a few things in life, a woman notices. Because being with you starts to feel like something worth choosing. She feels proud to stand beside you, and that pride is deeply connected to her attraction. But here is the important part. If you have status without that strong foundation we talked about, you will attract people who only want what you can give them. The two have to work together. And then there is the top of the triangle. And this is my favorite part to talk about. This is your emotional strength, your leadership, your integrity. And I do not mean leadership in a bossy, controlling way. I mean the kind of man who knows where he is going. The kind of man whose actions match his words every single time. Women are watching. Not in a suspicious way, but in a deeply intuitive way. We notice everything. And when a man says he will do something and then actually does it, something shifts inside us. Trust builds. Attraction deepens. It becomes something real. Here is what I also want you to know. The most magnetic version of you is not the version that is constantly chasing a woman's approval. It is the version of you that wakes up with a purpose, that has goals, that is building something, creating something, moving towards something meaningful. When a man is living with direction and passion, he does not need to beg for attention. Attention finds him. Because there is nothing more attractive than a man who is whole on his own. A man who wants a woman in his life but does not need her to complete him. So I want to leave you with this. Stop worrying so much about what she thinks of you and start pouring that energy into who you are becoming. Work on your body. Work on your craft. Work on showing up with integrity in every single area of your life. When you do those 3 things, something incredible happens. You stop trying to attract a woman, and you simply become the kind of man that a woman cannot stop thinking about. That is the real secret. And now you have it. I will see you in the next one.